So what if I told you that your luteal phase could actually become your most profitable time of the month? That it could actually be your favorite time of the month? I know that might sound like a big stretch because for a majority of women, the luteal phase is not the most fun time of the month. I have many of my clients that come to me and say, Renee, it's not actually the menstrual phase that I need to take a break from the world. It's the luteal phase. It's the luteal phase when I get triggered and I snap at my family, or I feel like burning the whole business down, or feels like I'm literally not doing anything right. And I 100% get that. And I hear where you're coming from. I was there and I've been there and I can sometimes still get there. Problem is that when we're operating from this place that the luteal phase is a problem, it's really doing a disservice to what the luteal phase has to offer us. Each one of the menstrual phases has such a beautiful superpower, but when we tap into what the majority of society has taught us, that we have to perform in a certain way all the time, that then we cut ourselves off. So what I really want to do inside this episode is dive deep into how the luteal phase can become your most profitable phase of the month. And it also is your most expansive phase of the month. It's the phase of the month that has become my favorite and become the favorite of so many more of my clients. So hello, welcome. If you are new to me, I am Renee Fick. I help female coaches build wildly abundant, insanely abundant businesses through the use of their body and their menstrual cycles. Women are not many men. Our bodies and our brains function so differently on so many levels, and it is time for us to start tapping into the strengths and the powers that women have and building businesses that feel so freaking good with our bodies. So the luteal phase probably isn't that phase of the month where you raise your hand and say, yes, it's my favorite time of the month, right? A lot of my clients come to me and they talk about the emotions and the intensity that comes up during that phase. It's the phase when maybe you feel the most fear. So you might feel the most limiting beliefs. You might get triggered the most. You might feel the most overwhelmed and feeling like, wow, I'm not doing a great job at any part of my life. And maybe I just burn it all down. I'll go back to get a 9 to 5. This will all be easier. The problem is that when we get into this state, what we're doing is oftentimes comparing the level of focus, productivity, energy that we feel in that phase. We're comparing it to the follicular phase and wondering why we can't be like the follicular version of you all month long. It's no wonder, right? Our society has really conditioned us to believe that consistency and producing all the time is really the gold standard. We've been told that we should push past our excuses. We should do the things nobody else is willing to do. We got to keep doing it even when it's really hard, right? So we've heard all of these messages regarding be the same, be consistent all the time, and override the signals and the things that our body's sending us. So naturally, when we get off of that high of the estrogen, when we're feeling confident, we're feeling radiant, we feel like our dreams are possible, we feel like we're good, we're checking off the to-do list, and we switch gears into the luteal phase and progesterone's dominant, it's no wonder that so many women start to kind of label those 2 weeks of like the good weeks, the bad weeks. But here's why that's a problem, okay? Because each one of our different cycle phases has its own strengths. It has its own intentions. It has its own superpowers. These things that it gives us that when we lean into it, we really are able to operate at our maximum. We're able to operate at our prime and create so much more balance in our lives. I know there's a lot of stuff out there that people say balance doesn't exist. I don't think that balance in the sense that like everything is equal all the time exists, but I do believe that we were meant to live in a balance. And that balance looks like this ebb and this flow, this natural cycle that happens. Okay. So the luteal phase is our most profitable phase for a couple of different reasons. All right. So the first reason that your luteal phase can become your most profitable phase is understanding your brain is focused and looking for details and inefficiencies. You are in a detail-oriented phase. It may not be a phase when you want to be on camera or you want to be pushing out new big projects or you want to be doing all kinds of new things out in the world, but looking for the things that are not working in your business is a gold mine, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be big changes or big things you're overhauling or putting in new projects, but the detail orientedness of how your brain is functioning during this phase will help you go through and audit your funnels. It'll audit your customer journey, audit your sales pages, audit your open rates. Like, look at all of those things and make small tweaks and small adjustments. Sometimes all it takes is one small tweak and adjustment, and now our open rate doubles, or maybe our conversion rate doubles, or maybe we have more people coming to us, right? If we can start to look at the small little subtle shifts that we're doing instead of overhauling and starting over and doing everything in our business over again, that's where this refinement comes from. And the luteal phase is our refinement phase. It's going to boil to the surface all of the things that are no longer serving you, the things that are not working, the things that are not meant for you, the things that aren't working. So let all that stuff boil to the surface. Maybe don't actually implement and make the changes in the luteal phase, but let it all bring those things to the surface. Like, go through your systems, go through your back end, go through your budget, go through your profit margins, like go through everything and look for what's inefficient for you. What's not working? What maybe needs to be delegated? What maybe needs to be tweaked? Maybe there's offers that you need to let go of. Maybe there's offers that just need a little bit of enhancement. Maybe you can make a small shift in a headline on a page and all of a sudden get twice as many people opting in. The luteal phase is a powerhouse for finding those small attention to details and making small shifts and changes. Now, again, right, where luteal phase is very much a refinement phase. And so what we oftentimes feel is the emotions that come up in the luteal phase. It's a heavy emotion phase. It's going to bring up a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, wonders, all these things. And if you are a personal brand and you're building an online business, I guarantee you probably already know that most of the work that we're going to do in our business has less to do with the landing page and the funnels and all those pieces. It has more to do with this inner work of our own fears, our own beliefs, and our confidence levels, and all those things of what we believe is possible. And so as we move into this luteal phase, it's so easy to get triggered. It is so easy to get overwhelmed. It's so easy to doubt myself. And that's the important part of this luteal phase, is to let all of those things bubble again to the surface, to look at them, to examine them, to figure out why they're here. Which ones are holding you back? Which ones can we let go of? How do we move through the emotions of the luteal phase instead of what most of us have been taught in society is just to stuff them down and pretend like they're not there? We don't want to work on that. We don't want to look at that. And then we just keep forgetting about it. And it becomes this like pressure cooker and then it explodes. And then we're yelling at our partner for not taking out the trash, or we're yelling at our kids for leaving the sock on the floor, but the sock has been there all stinking week. Look at those emotions as refiners. Look at those triggers as providing something of value to you. They're bringing things to the surface so that you can move through them. And as you move through them, you become a new version of yourself, the next level version of yourself, a further expanded version of yourself. I think this is why I love the luteal phase the most, is because the luteal phase is that time of month when I feel like, man, I do that deep inner work that really allows me to expand and step into a bigger, brighter, more expanded, healed version of myself every single time. Every single time, it's this opportunity to ask myself, woo, why did I feel so freaking triggered over that? Like, what is up with that? And getting really curious about why those emotions are coming up for you. Now, the other really powerful thing with these emotions that come up for you is that what we know in business is that selling isn't so much all just about logic. It's not all about reason. It's about emotion. People buy more based on emotion than they do on logic. And so this tapping into the energy of these emotions can be really incredibly powerful for you to be able to tap into, what are your people feeling? What do they need to hear from you? What do they need to know in order to help move them further down into deciding if they want to work with you or not? Helping them feel like you see them, helping them feel like they resonate with you, that you can help them solve their problems. The luteal phase is an incredible time to go through all of your written content, all of your copy, your sales pages, and just add in those extra layers of juice, emotion, and feeling. Empathy and connection and resonance with your people is going to help them move so much faster than the reason and the logic and the data points. I mean, I know some people really love data points, but on a whole, as a society, we do some really stupid shit because we're emotionally attached to it. There's a lot of things that our society does that don't make any sense. It's all just based in this emotion. So leverage the power of the emotions that you're feeling in this phase to really put yourself in the shoes of your people, of your audience. And then write your content, write your copy, write all the things that you write from that place. It is a powerhouse goldmine for writing. I wrote my book, Cycle Sync Your Business, in 2 luteal phases. It took a whole lot more than that to actually edit the thing, but it took 2 luteal phases for me to pour everything into this book and get out what needed to be said. You are going to be so much more in flow in writing and writing powerful copy that helps convert your clients or helps convert your audience into clients than any other phase of the month. I guarantee if you try to write copy and content in your follicular phase, you can probably do it because I'm one of those people that says you can do anything in any phase, but it's going to be so much easier and it's going to land so much better for your people when you do it in this phase. We have been so conditioned to think that creating more profit in our business and growing our business just comes from how hard we work, how many hours we put in, how much effort we put in. A lot of those mantras we've heard over and over and over again really enforce that and reinforce that. Business is hard. We got to work hard. We got to do the things nobody else is willing to do. But I'm here to tell you that when we tap into the energy of our bodies, it can get so much easier. It doesn't have to be that hard. When you know where your body and where your brain is at, and you lean into those strengths and you lean into those superpowers, and we just lean into what you're meant to do in those phases, it's what allows you to become more profitable with way less effort without having to push or shove or force as much as most people are. There is so much magic in the luteal phase. And I hope that this gave you a glimpse into what that really looks like. If you want to dive deeper into it, I highly recommend grabbing my PMS to Profit guide, where I really dive into how to leverage each one of these different areas so that you do amplify your profit in your business. And if you really want to go deeper into it and work with me inside my coaching container, where we really help structure your entire business, your visibility, your sales system, literally all of it, with your body and with your cycle, so that you have a runway that fits and works for you, feels good for you, feels good for your people, requires way less effort to do that, then I would check out your Cycle Advantage. And until the next episode, just remember, your body was not made to do the same things every single day all month long. You are so cyclical. And when you tap into that cyclical nature, I promise you, you will see so much more ease, so much more flow, so much more profit, and you will start to see your dream life actually manifest in your world right now, rather than waiting 10 years down the road for it to actually happen. And with that, I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I tell you, I have so many beautiful, wonderful, juicy ideas for things that I'm going to bring to you in the next episodes. So you're not going to want to miss those out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of them. And I'll see you in the next episode.